I recently gained access to super thanks on my primary and secondary YouTube channels. If you don't know what that is, it's a relatively new monetization feature your viewers can use to leave a special highlighted comment and show extra appreciation for your work. And not long after gaining access, I received my first super thanks. Here's to you, Mendota. Because there are already lots of videos about super thanks, I thought I would share a perspective that maybe hasn't been talked about as much. In order to get super thanks, you need to have comments enabled. But what if you have some problematic videos that get a lot of toxic comments, but you still want fans to be able to support you? That's what we'll be focusing on today. At a certain point, you may create videos that attract a lot of negative comments or spam. If the undesirable comments reach a point that is disruptive to you or your community, you have the option of disabling comments. The vast majority of my videos have comments enabled, but a few do not. So now that I have access to super thanks, I'd like to experiment with re-enabling comments on those videos so I can share the results with you. Enabling super thanks is a global setting, so it will apply to all of your eligible videos. To be eligible, a video must be public with comments enabled, it cannot be age restricted, made for kids, and there are a few other restrictions. I think it goes without saying that your channel must be monetized through the YouTube Partner Program to enable super thanks, but it's also rolling out to creators slowly, so if you don't have it yet, I'm sure you will soon. Another new setting that complements super thanks is increased strictness. This is a comment filter that supposedly cuts down on spam posts. I have this enabled across my channels. My hope is that it will do a pretty good job of eliminating spam from my comments on problematic videos, making it easier for me to take one step closer to keeping comments enabled. You can make short work of this by using the YouTube filters and bulk update feature. I recommend that you filter your videos by view count and concentrate on your top public videos first, then move on to your most recent videos. Videos that don't perform well probably aren't going to get spammed, so you might not need to enable this on every single one of your videos. Select the videos you want to process and choose Edit Comments, then select Increase Strictness. Wait a short time and your videos will be updated. Just be careful what you're doing since this is an automated process. Aside from custom filtering swear words and common insults, you can't really stop negative comments. So while spam isn't really much of an obstacle to receiving super thanks, toxic or undesirable comments may be. If that's what your video is attracting, is it really worth a few bucks here and there? You could look at it from the perspective of paying not to have to deal with comments on those videos. Controversial or polarizing videos might not attract an audience that would give you super thanks anyway. A niche video would probably be more likely to elicit a sense of gratitude, since it is hard to find value in a sea of entertainment. My first super thanks didn't come from a video with 1 million views, it came from one with maybe 16 at the time. So personally, there are going to be videos of mine where it's not worth it to be a target for negativity in order to make a few extra dollars. And maybe this is just my experience, but I tend to believe that getting a negative comment is probably going to happen more frequently than receiving a super thanks on problematic videos. So what happened when I enabled comments on my problematic videos? There is one video in particular which I knew would be a big video, but never enabled comments to see what would happen. The video has over 1 million views, which is what I would expect, but it got there much faster than usual. So I can't see any evidence that comments being disabled made people avoid the video. Could my video have gotten more views than this? It's possible. I have heard people say that they only watch a video based on the number of comments. If I look right on the day I enabled comments on that video, there does appear to be an increase in views, impressions, subscribers, and even revenue. It could be a coincidence, so let's examine some other videos. All of those show the stats going down. No boost in performance there. How about my channel as a whole? There's a bit of a bump from a popular video I posted before my super thanks experiment, so perhaps that is what is causing the spike in stats for my sample video. I'll have to try this with more videos over more time, but I suspect the outcome in terms of a video's performance will vary from video to video. I don't think you can predict that the stats will go up or down, you just have to A/B test to see which one is working better. What I can say for certain is that enabling comments on a popular video that has been out for a while will definitely get you a lot of useless comments about how there aren't very many comments on your video. The experiment sort of backfired in that regard. As I predicted going into this experiment, some of my problematic videos are still problematic. I have a couple of options for videos like this. First, I could just disable comments again, If the video isn't likely to generate super thanks, then that's not a hard decision. However, if the video is popular and helpful enough that there's a good chance it might generate additional revenue, then I could try sending all comments to review first. Then I can go in later and approve the good comments, and if there are any bad comments or spam, at least they will be dealt with all at once rather than popping up frequently. You might ask, why not avoid the comment section altogether? And yes, that is an option, but I feel like that is neglecting your community. Once spam or toxic comments take over, most people who have something worth saying avoid doing so because they don't want to attract negativity themselves. That means you get less constructive feedback that helps you discover new ideas and connect with your community. People who are there to cause trouble are not your fans, so why give them a platform? I believe it's essential to keep your comment section clean since it is a space in your community. Would you allow offensive graffiti in your restaurant? Probably not. Would you tolerate a non-paying guest insulting you, your staff, or your paying patrons? Heck no. If you want YouTube to be a business, treat it like one. So there you go, those were the results from my Super Thanks experiment. If you're enjoying niche videos like this, become a member now and show your support. Thanks for watching and stay creative.